fine. You doing okay?
I am. I was told that a man named John lives here. Are you that man?
I am he. Have a seat.
Thank you. You doing okay today?
Yes, I'm having a wonderful day.
Now, John, I was told that a man named Jesus would take away the sins of the whole world and redeem man back to God. Tell me, John, do you really know this man?
Yes, I know him, and I know him quite well.
Really, John? I want you to tell me all about this man. And if you will, can you start at the beginning?
Yes, I will. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him nothing was made that was made. And he was the light of the world. And I am thankful that Jesus came.
Now, John, there was this other John, John the Baptist. Did he encounter Jesus?
He did when he saw him. And when that John, called John the Baptist, saw him, he proclaimed this. You see, it was at a wedding feast.
What? You remember back then?
Yes, for he turned the water into wine and it amazed everybody.
Water into wine? I just bet he had a great following after that.
Well, I'm not sure what type of following, but people were interested in knowing about Jesus.
Explain.
Well, a ruler of the Jews, he came looking to find out about Jesus, but what's interesting about him is he came at nighttime.
John, why did he come by night?
Well, I'm not sure why he did it, but one thing I do know, he did come at night.
There was a man of the Pharisees. His name was Nicodemus, and he didn't believe. The same came to Christ by night, wanting to be taught how to do the same. Nicodemus was a man who desired to know the reason. Christ told Nicodemus as a friend, you must be born again.
Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher that comes from God, but no man can do these things unless God be with him.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a man be born of the water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven.
How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb?
Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a man be born again, he cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Marvel not that I say unto you, you must be born again. The wind blows where it listed, and you can hear the sound thereof, but you cannot tell from whence it comes or where it goes. So is he that is born of the Spirit.
How can these things be?
Are you master of Israel and know not these things? We speak what we do know, and we testify to what we have seen. Yet you have not received our witness. If I have told you earthly things and you have not believed me, how will you believe if I tell you heavenly things? And no man has ascended up into heaven, except he, the Son of Man, which has come down from heaven. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, so shall the Son of Man be lifted up, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For God sent not his Son into this world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. He that believeth shall not be condemned, but he that believeth not is already condemned, because he believeth not in the name of the Son of God.
There was a man of the Pharisees. His name was Nicodemus, and he didn't believe. The same came to Christ by night, only to be taught how to do one sign. Nicodemus was a man who desired to know how very born he is old. Christ told Nicodemus as a friend, you must be born again.
Tell me, John, was Nicodemus born again?
Well, you know, the record doesn't really say. But later on, we do know he was at the crucifixion of Jesus Christ.
I see. So, John,
Mhm.
tell me about this other encounter Jesus had with a woman, I think at a pond?
Yeah, a pond. Maybe it was at Jacob's well. I think I know it was the woman at Samaria. She came to the well to get some water. And this was another encounter with Jesus.
See.
Woman, give me to drink.
How thou, being a Jew, ask me for a Samaritan woman to drink? Do you not know Samaritans and Jews have no dealings with each other?
If you knew who I said unto thee, give me to drink, you'd have asked, and he would have given you living water.
But sir, you have nothing to draw with, and this well is very deep. Art thou greater than our fathers, Jacob, who gave us this well? He drank from it, his children drank from it, and his cattle.
Whosoever shall drink it, this water, shall thirst again. But whosoever shall drink it of the water that I shall give him, shall never thirst. But that water that I shall give him shall be like a well of water, springing up in him into everlasting life.
Sir, please give me this water, so I don't have to come to this well to draw anymore.
Okay, go. Call thy husband and come hither.
Sir, I have no husband.
Thou hast said well, I have no husband, because thou hast had 5 husbands. And the one that thou hast now is not thine husband. So to that thou hast said truly.
Okay, sir, I perceive that thou might be a prophet. However, our fathers worship at this mountain, but the Jews say the place to worship is Jerusalem.
Woman, believe me. The hour cometh when you shall not hear in this mountain, nor in Jerusalem, worship the Father. You worship what you do not know. We worship what we know. For salvation is of the Jews. The hour cometh and now is, when the true worshiper must worship the Father in spirit and in truth, because the Father requires such to worship him. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
Now I know the Messiah coming, which is called the Christ. And when he does, he's going to tell us all things.
I that speak unto thee am he.
Come and see a man that told me everything about myself. Come with me. Come and see a man. Please come with me. He is the Christ. Please come.
And many of the Samaritans of that city believed on him for the saying of this woman, which testified, he told me everything I've ever done. So when the Samaritans were coming to him, they besought him that he would tarry with them, and he abode with them for 2 days. And many more believed because of his own word, and said unto the woman, now we believe not because of thy saying, for we have heard him ourselves, and know that this is indeed the Christ, the Savior of the world.
Except he sees signs and wonders, he will not believe.
Sir, come, for my child died.
Go thy way, thy son liveth.
My son liveth?
Thy son liveth.
And the man believed the word that Jesus had spoken unto him, and he went his way. And as he was going down, his servants met him and told him, saying, thy son liveth. Then inquired he of them, when did he begin to heal? And they said, it was yesterday, about the 7th hour, the fever left him. So the father knew that it was the same hour in which Jesus said, thy son liveth. And so this man believed. His whole house believed. This now is the second miracle that I witnessed of Jesus, when he was come out of Judea into Galilee.
But wait a minute. John, how did Jesus know it was a boy when the man said, my child?
All right, well, I will just have to say to you, Jesus knows everything.
John, you mean to tell me that he did that for a perfect stranger just because he asked him to?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He'll do the same for you if you would just believe.
Oh, wow, John, wait. I know everybody wanted to follow Jesus and be friends with him after that, right?
Well, you know what? You would have thought so. But let's just look and see.
Why are you coming to run him?
Never a man spake like this. Are you also deceived? Have you or any rule of the Pharisees believe on him? But these people who know it not the law are cursed.
Does the law judge a man before he is heard and know what he's doing?
Are thee also of Galilee? Search and look. Out of Galilee arises no prophet.
John, I don't
Yes.
understand.
Uh-huh.
Why didn't they take him then?
Well, you see, Jesus needed to get some folks straight first. So it's very important that he deal with individuals. So let's look and see.
Moses in the commandment stated that such should be stoned. What sayest thou?
This they said, tempting him that they might have to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down and with his finger wrote on the ground as though he heard nothing.
What sayest thou?
He that among you who has no sin, let him first cast the first stone at her.
And again, he stooped down, he wrote on the ground, and they that watched heard, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning with the oldest, even to the youngest. And Jesus was left all alone, except that the woman was standing in the midst. And when Jesus had lifted himself up, he was left alone with the woman and said, Woman, where art thou accusers?
Woman, where are thine accusers? Where are they that condemn thee?
I don't know, my Lord. They're gone.
Neither do I condemn thee. Go thy way and
Thank you,
sin
my
no more.
Lord. Thank you. Oh, thank you, my Lord. Thank you. Thank you.
I am the Lord, after we shall not walk in dark in the night, but have the light of life.
So John, did the people who wanted to get rid of Jesus get rid of him after that?
Well, not yet. Therefore, there was a blind man, and that blind man needed to regain his sight.
One man sat alone beside the highway begging. His eyes were blind,
born blind.
Neither had this man sinned nor experienced while he was born blind, but that the works of God can be made manifest in him. I must do the work of him that hath sent me while it is day, because the night cometh when no man shall work. I am the light of the world.
And so, Jesus knelt down, spat on the ground, made clay out of the spittle, anointed the eyes of the blind man with that clay.
Go and wash in the pool of Siloam.
John, what happened next?
Well, a lot of things, but in particular, the blind man obeyed the voice of Jesus. He got up with his cane, he felt his way to the pool of Siloam, where there was some water to wash his eyes out, and he did exactly what Jesus said. And guess what? Another miracle was about to happen.
I can see! 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 I can see!
What is it?
I can see!
What is it?
I can see! I can see!
What is all this noise in the table?
Is this not he who sat in bed at the temple? It looks like it is. It looks like him, but
I am he!
how were thine eyes open? How were thine eyes open?
A man named Jesus. He put clay and anointed my eyes and sent me to the pool of Shalom, and I washed and I can see.
Where is this Jesus? Yes, where is he?
I know not.
Let's take him to the chief priest right now. Right now. This is sorcery. Sorcery, that's what it is.
How did you receive your sight? He anointed my eyes with clay, and I washed and do see.
Yes, I believe that.
This man is not of God, because he does not keep the Sabbath days.
That's right. How can a man that is a sinner do such miracles?
Oh, that's right. There's no way that a sinner could do this. Must be a Satan.
Wait. What sayest thou of him that he hath opened thine eyes?
He said he's a prophet.
Sounds like
I don't think so. Blasphemy. Is this your son? Ye say he was born blind?
Yes,
How then does he see now? Right.
this is our son. He was born blind. How he got his sight, we do not know. Who did it, we do not know.
Yeah.
Here he is, let him speak for himself.
Now, John, let me get this straight. The man that was born blind is now able to see, and his parents are being questioned about how he received his sight.
Yes, that's what's happening. The Jews have said that anyone that confessed that he was the Christ should be put out of the synagogue.
Give God praise. We know that this man is a sinner.
Whether he be a sinner or no, I know not. But one thing I do know, I was blind, but now I see. I know
open thine eyes.
I have told thee already. Would ye hear it again? Will ye also be his disciples?
Thou art his disciple, but we are Moses' disciples. We know that God spake unto Moses. As for this fellow, we know not from whence he is.
Why hearing is a marvelous thing, that ye know not from whence he is, and yet he opened mine eyes. Now we know God heareth not sinners. But if any man worship God and doeth his will, him he heareth. Since the world began, was it not heard that any man should open the eyes of one that was born blind? If this man were not of God, he could do nothing.
Thou was altogether born in sin.
Yes.
No.
And dost thou teach us?
Out of this too.
Get out, get out.
Out of the house!
Dost thou believe on the Son of God?
Who is he, Lord, that I might believe on him?
Thou art both sinning, and it is he that speaketh unto thee.
Lord, I believe. I am standing on the promises of Jesus. And I believe he'll do just what he said.
Son of God. All created beings live by the will and the power of God. We are all dependent upon the life of God. From the highest seraph to the humblest animate being, all are replenished from the source of life, and that comes from God. And so when he cried, "It is finished," it is indeed finished for Satan, for his fate is now sure. So in conclusion, in our association with one another, we should take heed lest we forget about Jesus and pass along unmindful that he is not with us. When we become absorbed in worldly things so that we have no thought of him, in whom our hope of eternal life is centered, we separate ourselves from Jesus. These holy beings cannot remain where the Savior's presence is not desired, and his absence is not marked. That is why discouragement so often exists among God's people. Many attend religious services. They are refreshed, they are comforted by the word of God. But through neglect of meditation, watchfulness, prayer, many lose their blessings and find themselves destitute before they receive the blessings they stand in need of. And so this is my counsel for each and every one of us here today. It would be well for us to spend a thoughtful hour each day contemplating the life of Christ. We should take it point by point. Let the imagination grasp each scene, especially the closing scenes. As we thus dwell upon this great sacrifice for us, our confidence in him will be more constant. Our love will be quicker, and we shall be more deeply imbued with his spirit. If we would be saved at last, we must learn the lesson of penitence and humiliation at the foot of the cross. And so as we associate and worship together, we may be a blessing to one another. If we are Christ's, our sweetest thoughts will be of him. We shall love to talk about Jesus. And as we speak to one another of his love, our hearts will be softened by divine influences. Beholding the beauty of his character, we shall be changed in the same image from glory to glory.
John,
Yes?
please, can you tell me more about Jesus?
You know, there are so many things which Jesus did. The which, if they should be written, every one of them, I suppose that even the whole world itself